They say there's something in the hills of Wolfe County that walks on two legs, but howls like a beast from another world. Big, black, and fast. Too fast for a man, too smart for a dog, too quiet for comfort. Some call it a werewolf. Others call it the Wolfman of Wolfe County. And what happened one fall night in them woods? Well, it sure didn't come from no fairy tale. You're listening to Scary Stories from Kentucky Melody, where we dig up the strangest tales this old bluegrass land's been keeping buried. If you like your stories spooky, strange, and full of shadows, go on and hit that subscribe button and settle in. This here is the tale of the Wolfman of Wolfe County. Now, I don't reckon you'll find this in any official record, but folks around Hazel Green and Campton been whispering since way back in 2013, saying there's something strange moving through them woods up yonder in Wolfe County. It started with the screaming, not the kind you'd get from no coyote or a bobcat, no sir. This was something different. Something that set your teeth on edge and made the hair on your arms stand straight up. Said it echoed through the hollers late at night. Long, mournful, almost human, but with a ragged edge to it like something in pain, or something hunting. Old-timers said it weren't no animal they'd ever known. Not natural. Not right. Then came the sightings. Hunters who knew these woods like the backs of their hands started coming back early, looking pale and shaken. Hikers turned around halfway to the overlook saying they felt watched, like something was pacing them through the trees. Even a seasoned trapper, man who lived off the land near Holly Creek for 20-odd years, said he's seen it clear as day. A thing, tall as the door to his barn, maybe 7 feet or more. Broad shoulders, thick with muscle beneath a coat of dark, matted fur. It weren't on all fours like no bear. No, it was standing upright, and them eyes, he said they glowed a deep, burning orange red. Not from no flashlight neither. They glowed all on their own, like hot coals set in a skull. One fella claimed he had a goat tied out back. Big old mean nanny goat, too, with a thick neck and a kick like a mule. Next morning, chain was snapped clean. No blood, no struggle, just tracks in the mud. Two-legged, long stride, deep like a man wearing concrete boots. He never heard a sound that night, not even a rustle, like it floated in and vanished just the same. Now, not long after, them hollers started buzzing with talk of that beast. Them boys from that TV show Mountain Monsters come rolling into Wolfe County. Big old fellers with wild beards, tactical vests, and cameras swinging off their backs. They brought gear I ain't never seen before. Heat trackers, motion sensors, and something they called the beast box. A cage trap big enough to hold a bear, or something bigger. They even wrangled up the old turtle man. Yep, that turtle man. Wild-eyed and barefoot as ever, swearing he'd seen tracks that'd chill a grown man's blood. Said the stride was longer than any black bear could manage, and them claw marks, high up in the trees, way too high. Like something had climbed up there, or worse, leapt. Now, here's where it gets real strange. They took a goat, named her Daisy, tied her up right in the center of that trap. Trail cams facing every direction, infrared lenses, rifles loaded. They sat there all night, waiting. And brother, nothing happened. Not to the goat anyhow, but deep in the night, round 3 or 4, one of them swore they heard it. that same mournful scream echoing through the trees. Not close, not far, just floating, like the forest was holding its breath. Later, when they checked the footage, one cam caught something. A shape, hunched and fast, moving through the trees like the shadows themselves was parting for it. Long arms, no fur, eyes glinting like fire in the dark, and it moved too fast for any man. They found no blood, no fur, just a smear of mud and two partial prints out by the riverbank, like it came to look, then turned round and slipped back into the woods. Now, here's where it gets real interesting, friend. See, folks that actually live out yonder in Wolfe County, they wasn't exactly rolling out the welcome wagon for that Wolfman tale. Plenty of 'em said they ain't never heard nothing about no upright walking werewolf till them camera crews came clanking down the back roads. Said the folks appearing on that show, wearing flannel and trying to talk country-like, weren't even from round here. Actors playing mountain, one fella grumbled, and not doing a very good job of it. And that big old drop trap they brought in, well, folks laughed and said it looked like something built in a Hollywood garage, not no Wolfe County barn. You'd have better luck trapping squirrels with a church picnic table and a bungee cord. One woman even posted on a local forum, said, "Lived here 45 years. Never seen no werewolf. Seen plenty of drunk cousins in Halloween masks, though, and at least they howl for a reason." Now, that ought to be the end of it, right? But here's the thing. Even with all the roll-your-eyes skepticism and neighborly ribbon, them noises, they kept coming. The howls, the tracks too big for any dog, and stories, whispered in low tones at the diner, or sitting on front porches after sundown. Since that episode aired, other folks started speaking up, quiet-like, talking about what they'd seen. Glinting eyes watching from the tree line, something tall crossing the road in just 2 steps, a shape standing in the fog, then vanishing like smoke. Ain't all of 'em wanting to be on TV neither. They ain't in it for attention. They just know what they saw, and they ain't sleeping quite so easy no more. So what's the truth then? Was it all just a show? A bunch of out-of-town fellers stirring up a legend for them camera clicks and cable ratings? Or did they brush up against something real? Something that's been stalking them hills around Wolfe County since before we ever had flashlights or fences to keep the dark at bay? Wolfman, skinwalker, or maybe just a tale spun by our granddaddies to keep young'uns from wandering too far off the trail after dark. Thing is, a story don't stick unless there's a little truth clinging to it. And whatever this is, it ain't gone. It's still out there, waiting in the brush, watching from the ridge. So if you ever find yourself out in Wolfe County on a cold, still night, and you hear a howl drifting through them trees, don't stop, don't answer, and whatever you do, just keep walking, fast. So now I have to ask y'all, what do you think they saw out there in the woods? Was it a creature from folklore or a tall tale spun for television? Have you ever heard a howl that didn't sound quite natural? Let us know in the comments or share your story with us on KentuckyMelody.com. You might just hear your voice in a future episode. Thanks for listening to our scary stories from Kentucky here on Kentucky Melody. Join us again next time for another creepy tale, where the shadows ain't just deep, they're watching. Till next time, keep your fire lit and your back to the wall.